cut to the chase. This is a brief clip from the Ojo Show podcast, where we dive into everything: politics, tech, aviation, space, science, health, and medicine. Stick around for conversation that clips right to what matters.
Technology is accelerating with AI, and one of the things we always talk about has to do with the interaction with the physical world, so robotics.
Yeah.
And that's been spreading much quicker than people thought.
Yeah, it's about to happen. It's about to whip us across the face really quickly, because until now, technology was very much centered around the computer and devices we held in our hand or stared at. And now tech is really starting to enter the real world, and that's going to make a hell of a difference about so many different things, specifically humanoid robots.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of that that's actually in action right now. Here we go.
Fox Business Alert: New York City's nurses' strike has now entered its 11th day as roughly 15,000 nurses seek higher salaries of more than $200,000 a year. But the request for higher pay could hit a snag, could have an unintended consequence if more hospitals turn to robots. Beverly Hills Cedars-Sinai Medical Center uses Diligent Robotics' Moxie robot. These robots are deployed in more than 25 hospitals nationwide to help with logistical tasks like delivering medications, supplies, lab specimens, so that clinical staff can spend more time on patient care. And it just so happens that this week, Diligent has been acquired by food delivery robotics firm Serve Robotics. Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive, Serve Robotics co-founder and CEO Ali Kashani. Ali, this is a significant expansion for Serve, well beyond your sidewalk robots. Tell us exactly what drove this deal.
Yeah, thanks for having me back. We have always known that what we are creating, the technology behind our robots, is to enable robots that can navigate between humans in any complex environment, whether it's a sidewalk or in this case, a hospital. You mentioned the nursing shortage and the challenges there. These are little assistant robots that can actually help nurses tend to patients more, because they don't have to be walking around hallways grabbing medications and supplies, because a robot can do that mundane task. So it was a very natural fit for us.
Yeah, let's be very clear. We love our nurses. They work their tails off. Nobody
Absolutely.
can replace bedside manner that they offer. I just want to make that clear, and you're not saying that it is, but
100%.
Specifically,
No.
What were the challenges of convincing hospitals like Cedars-Sinai to take these robots?
Look, hospitals are a challenging environment. You have, multiple floors and places where you have access control, where you have to, show a badge before you can, or scan a badge before you can pass through. Yeah. And then if you get things wrong, if you collide with things, those are things that you got to get really comfortable with. And then on top of that is privacy and data. So a lot of work that the Diligent team, the founding team over there, has done over almost 10 years to bring the robots to 25 restaurants with more than 100 robots, and we are hoping we can help them get to help more nurses in more hospitals.
So the deal is
Exciting. I was recently in Austin, and I saw some of these Serve Robotics who typically deliver food. And for some reason, it always seems like they're clueless in this last video. It's like stuck and thinking what to do. So they definitely have a long way to go. Like we've mentioned in some focuses in the past, is that it's really about the technology of a robot understanding the 3D environment. That's really what's most critical. And for that, some tech companies like Tesla specifically have already the a system that can navigate the 3D world, which is new to a lot of these other companies. But what's most critical is humanoids walking around the human world, because they can navigate just like humans can. And they can be much more capable as opposed to these delivery robots. Because what we've been seeing essentially is just delivery robots, even in the hospital, is really just a delivery robot with a box that drives and opens up. The excitement will come with the dexterity of hands, specifically really complex hands like humans do, that enable us to do a huge array of tasks. But yeah, that's the focus.
Yeah, absolutely. And back 20 years ago, probably longer than that, when I worked in the hospital, we actually had a robot that would go between the pharmacy and the different departments delivering things. It didn't have any arms, but it looked what you see there. So it's not all that new, but they've added arms.
Yeah, like an Asian restaurant, you get sometimes
Sure.
the drinks are brought on some of those robots, the same exact robots, really.
And you saw China with the couple of those clips were in China with the directing traffic, and then the larger street-worthy delivery robots. The last one, the one that you said looked confused, that's from Robotics.
Probably.
I filmed that, and actually that was in Fort Lauderdale. So
Oh, really?
it was sitting there thinking for a while, and eventually I guess got an order. But I wanted to include the piece where the guy ran in front of it so that you could see.
Yeah, that was interesting because it was Baptist Health as opposed to food delivery as well, the one you
so there's different promoters. So that's basically who's advertising or whatever on the robot, but it's delivering. That was doing an Uber Eats delivery on the little screen. It actually tells you. And with that being said, listen, robotics come a long way. It's the dead of winter for a lot of people. Wouldn't you wish a robot could just take care of all the snow?
Of course.
Maybe
Yeah,
it
that's
can.
useful.
It
Yeah,
can.
we've seen lawn mowing robots, like an extension of the house cleaning robots. So those, it's a no-brainer for them to clean the snow as well.
Let's take a look.
New Jersey this weekend. One homeowner in Morris County decided to let a robot handle the cleanup, but while he stayed inside, nice and warm. And now the video of his autonomous snowblower is going viral, racking up millions of views. Check that out. Here's Sandra Bookman.
All my friends say it'll never work.
Skeptics weren't hard to find, especially given the size of his driveway.
I have a big driveway, over 6,000 square feet, over 300 feet long, up an incline. So this was a challenging driveway. If it could do this driveway, it can do most driveways, I think.
Instead of firing up a traditional snowblower this weekend, Tom Milani of Chester, New Jersey, put an autonomous one to the test. But he says it didn't come easy.
It takes a while to set them up. I'll tell you right now, this isn't for people that just want to buy something, take it out of the box and use it. I have probably 30 hours invested in assembling, programming it, walking it around my driveway.
Once programmed, the machine works on its own, starting when the snow does.
You turn it on when it starts snowing, and you just let it run continuously.
It ran through the night, in fact, returning to its charging dock as needed.
I had it running all night, and when I woke up this morning, my driveway's done.
Milani says this is a glimpse of how technology is changing everyday chores.
Well, that's how robotics and AI helps us live better lives. So who wants to be outside clearing your driveway?
And he believes this is just the beginning.
This is first gen, and like any tech, you know, it only gets bigger, better, and less expensive as time goes on. So I 100% can see these things eventually being used at municipalities, much larger scale than what mine is.
Sandra Bookman, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Yeah, shout out to Tom Milani. I've been a longtime follower of State of Charge, and he appears on a bunch of other podcasts as well as Tesla, like Tesla Time News and stuff like that. He does good reporting on EV and tech and stuff like that.
So for those living up north, there is hope. There is hope. And
There's nothing more dreadful than clearing your driveway, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think sometimes humans need some help. We like ending each episode with something amusing. Sometimes I'm not sure if it's only amusing or almost depressing to look at, but humans sometimes aren't as smart as we think. Maybe that's a good way to start winding down this episode. Let's take a look at, I don't know how to describe it. Take a look and see if you can figure it out.
Oh. Anybody out here? Oh no, now she want to argue with the man about this. Girl, you get a cart. What is you talking about? How you supposed to carry? Oh no, she not really about to start arguing with this man. Oh no, she is really out here starting war with this man. Yep, I feel so bad.
We hope you found our clip segment informative. For more content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and watch the full episode.